I always forget how epic that intro video is. God, I love it so much. All right. Welcome to episode 45 of Star Wars Culture Live, your podcast for Star Wars excitement and connection, your escape podcast for hyperspace buzz and fandom fixes. As always, I am Ian, and as always, this is Marty, and this is where the fun begins. Instead of the negativity you often find on the Star Wars side of the internet, we want to talk about the things we love about Star Wars, the community, the culture, the fans, the media, anything at all. So, as always, if you have any comments, questions, or requests, throw them in the comments, and we will see what we can do. And don't forget to follow us on all the socials. We are at SW Culture Live everywhere, except on Facebook. On Facebook, we're on Episode 9 News and just the Culture Slate page. You can find us there and comment and let us know what you're thinking. We did not have a show last week. We were on we were podcast guests on Hannah Rayside's podcast. So check out the Rayside on YouTube. She did a nice little like Star Wars show, and we talked about it. My chair is shorter than usual. It feels all right. That's better. That was weird. I was weirded out. So all right, this feels more normal. Where was I? Yeah, so check out the Rayside on YouTube. She did a cool little Star Wars show and had us on, and we talked about Star Wars, and her headphones died, and we panicked. It was fine. And by we I mean me. And so we do have a fun fact today, so I'll let Marty maybe lead with that and then transition into what you up to.
All right, so before, remember how we did the on this day things? We would say we would do it if something interesting happened, and I think this one kind of makes it. On this day in 1978, Boba Fett makes his first public appearance at the San Anselmo Country Fair Parade in Anselmo, California. That's 2 years before the release of Empire Strikes Back. All right, his first actual on-screen live-action debut, because he debuted in the holiday special in 78. So his first real costume, you get to see it for the first time ever at a parade back in 78. I just thought that was pretty neat.
That's pretty crazy that the first live-action appearance of Boba Fett is not in the movie. It's in a parade before The Empire Strikes Back even came out.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
I think even before the holiday special, too, his animated appearance on screen. Because, let's see, 78, September, in November, I think, is when the holiday special came out. So even then, predated that.
Yep. Wow. Yeah. All right. So, that's a fact that I'm honestly going to log that away. That's a fun fact to just talk about with random Star Wars fans. So that's cool. So, how about you, Marty? What you up to? It's our intro segment. What you up to this week?
Okay. Well, over the weekend, I finally broke down and bought a PS5. About time.
Oh snap!
Yeah. About
so
time.
Helldivers 2?
No, I don't have PlayStation Plus.
We'll get him.
Yeah, I mean, if the price goes down a little bit, or like I find the PlayStation Plus to get it on sale or something, I usually right around the holidays, PlayStation Plus would go on sale. Like you'd get a whole year for very cheap. They didn't do it the last couple years, so I've been out. You know, so
yeah.
But I also there's this convention website that they do a lot of conventions in places. Like I went to the one in Columbus called GalaxyCon. They have the websites that you could order stuff on the shop, right? And one of them is autographs.
Oh damn! Wait, is that him? That's
Andy Serkis, Kino Loy.
Snap! That's great.
And it comes with the certificate of authenticity. I'm gonna
authenticity. Yeah.
So it's legit. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him because this was on a website, but still, an autograph is an autograph, which is pretty dang cool if I do say so myself.
Gollum himself.
Gollum himself.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah, right
awesome.
now there's another website I'm trying to work on right now that it's called SWAU, which is like an autograph site. They have auctions that you can go to, low bids, like they have starting at $1. They have a lot of them that are Star Wars related. Like they have Bo-Katan. They even have Diego Luna, literally starting at $1.
Wow.
And it's certified. You got to be careful because some of them aren't certified because I think they
Yeah.
could allow whomever they want to put stuff on there. But you just look for that little certified sticker, and you know it's legit.
Okay. That's awesome. That's great. Wow. Yeah, my what you up to is way less exciting than Andy Serkis autograph. I'm just gonna say two things. Number one, not Star Wars related at all. We had I am part of the Army, and we had our weigh-in today at work, and so I passed, and we don't have another one for several months. So I am celebrating by just eating whatever I want, which is pizza and beer tonight. So that's exciting for me. I don't have to worry about that for a little bit. I didn't have to. I didn't have to worry about it at all when I was younger, but now that I'm older, my body is not cooperating. I have to work out a lot more. But that's the non-Star Wars. The Star Wars related one is that there's a 501st event that is outdoor and it keeps getting rescheduled. It was supposed to be tomorrow. It was supposed to be like 3 weeks ago, but it got rained out, and it's supposed to be tomorrow. That was the postponement date, and tomorrow it's going to rain too. So now it got postponed again until like mid-October, and so I'm like, got my costume ready? No, I got carpool plans together. No, now I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure if I can make the October one. It will be
that's a bummer.
I know it's all right. It'll be my first one in the Rebel pilot outfit. I was gonna go as Rebel Legion. It'll be my first Rebel Legion troop instead of Mando because it's still too hot to wear Mando outdoors. I'm not doing it. I did it. I did it in the winter, and that's great. But I'm not doing it in the summer unless there's a really compelling reason. You know, like when the Mando movie comes out, and that's like the hype of the summer. You know, maybe that might be a thing, but it's just so hot. It's like 40 pounds of just hot, like layers of material. It's just a mess. Anyway, greetings, friends from Ecuador. I love Star Wars. May the Force be with you. Welcome, Jimmy. Thanks for watching all the way from Ecuador. You may be.
You too.
May the Force be with you as well. You may be the first person from Ecuador to ever watch our show. I'm not sure. I have never talked to somebody else from Ecuador on our show yet. So you may be the first. Welcome.
Yeah.
So we just finished our intro / what you up to, even though I forgot to do the banner. So let's move on to the HoloNet news segment. As always, we're going to go to the Star Wars Underworld Instagram page. They have a lot of great updates on news, and while it's not strictly Star Wars related, one of the things this week obviously was the big Jimmy Kimmel situation, and Dan Gilroy actually penned a new guest column for Deadline responding to the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. Our industry faces the most sophisticated, venomous, creeping evil in America's history. There's no standing above this conflict, no impartial observers. If you're on the sidelines, you've made a choice and must live with it. What else would we expect from the creator of such an iconic show such as Andor? So I think it's no surprise where he's weighing in on this. Hot take. Solidus. So the main two things we're going to talk about this week are Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past, and then also reacting to the new Mandalorian and Grogu teaser trailer that just came out. So when we skip by, when we find the little news posts that have to do with those two things, I'm just going to kind of skip by them because we're going to talk about them later. Solidus is one of the coolest Star Wars villains. Yes, maybe. Ashley Eckstein, Gaten Matarazzo, and Cameron Monaghan at a recent premiere event for Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. Similarly, Ahsoka stars Ivana Sakno and Natasha Liu Bordizzo reunited this weekend at a Star Fury invasion in Birmingham, UK. So a lot of little Star Wars reunions. First trailer for Mandalorian Grogu now ready to be released. We know that. And those three people I just mentioned and Kristen Baver are on stage at the premiere event for Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past. Seeing the Skywalker family together for the first time ever in Rebuild the Galaxy. Very weird way, but it did happen. Never saw Andor as a show about resisting fascism. Yeah. In the span of 3 days, Disney won 5 Emmys for Andor, a show about resisting fascism, and then suspended Jimmy Kishel. Jimmy Kishel. I said Jimmy Kishel. And then suspended Jimmy Kissel. I did it again. And then suspended Jimmy Kimmel for resisting fascism. See, there's a lot of S's in the bottom sentence, so that's why. So that was a kind of fun series of events there. Several cast members from Andor, including Elizabeth Dulau, Robert Ems, Diego Luna, Kyle Soller, and Denise Goff, reunited at Star Fury Invasion this weekend. So Star Fury Invasion was, full of stars. Apparently, I've never heard of Star Fury Invasion, but maybe it's just a European thing.
Might be like their Comic-Con. They just
have
a cool name for it.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool name. Maybe it's like a space themed. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Another Andor inspired protest sign spotted in London. Happy birthday, Andor! The first 3 episodes of season 1 premiered on Disney Plus 3 years ago of 2 days ago. So 2 days ago, it was the 3-year anniversary of the beginning of Andor, which kicked off just 3 years ago.
I feel that long.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. When I think about how I thought of it so differently back then, maybe it does kind of feel like that long, but not. I don't know. Yeah. Retro style poster for the Mandalorian and Grogu. I kind of love it. It evokes thoughts of like those posters for the original trilogy. I have a poster right above my computer of all these movie posters for the original trilogy in all these different languages, and they look really, really cool. And it kind of makes me think of some of those. It looks pretty neat. Ludwig Göransson will officially return to score the music for The Mandalorian and Grogu. And I don't know if you listened to the trailer, but you could obviously tell it was definitely the same music guy.
Why not? Stick with what you know.
It's so good.
I mean, we'll get more into it later with some of my opinions on this. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's back for this.
Yeah. New logo. Yep, I do love it. An Amani, an alien species that first appeared in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi, will appear in Mandalorian and Grogu. I did see him in the trailer. He's kind of ugly. No offense.
His Return of the Jedi photo is no better.
Yeah, no. I vaguely remember, I think, the shot that they're referring to. There's a new synopsis for The Mandalorian and Grogu. The evil empire has fallen, and Imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy. As the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for, they have enlisted the help of legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter Din Djarin and his young apprentice Grogu. That's funny. They
as himself.
Bounty hunter Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal, and then his young apprentice Grogu as himself. That's really funny. I didn't see that earlier. Still hard to believe that sci-fi legend Sigourney Weaver is now in Star Wars. Love that. I loved her how she appeared. It's exactly how I expected her character to be.
It's about time.
Charge. Also, live action Zeb smashing stormtroopers with his bow rifle.
Yes.
I want that. It's exactly how Zeb would combat. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Around like it's exactly straight out of Rebels. First official look at Rod of the Hutt. Well, I feel like that screenshot was released a while back, but yeah, seeing a strong athletic Hutt is just so weird.
It
so
is
weird to me. They're just
That
supposed to be
speaks
these giant
basic
slugs,
too.
and he's like, yeah, he's like just ripped with giant arms instead of the little like measly like sluggy T-Rex hands that Jabba had. That's so strange. Return of the Razor Crest. Dad and Grogu are seen piloting a new version of the craft with yellow markings. I remember there were a couple of like stripes on the other one, at least on the Lego version, but
Yeah, they were like on the side.
yeah, it wasn't on the top like that. Yeah,
I
this
just
guy
want to know
says
how
what
they
happened
got
to
it.
it. I know. I think that I think because it's rare. I imagine like maybe it was a condition of working with the New Republic. Maybe what's her face? Maybe Cara Dune pulled some strings and found one, or Grief Karga got his hands on one and gave it to him on Navarro. But yeah, this guy says, "What happened to the N1?" Like, I love the N1, but it wasn't really a bounty hunter ship. You know, it's just basically a little space.
Excuse me.
What
Yeah,
are those little scooter things in Italy called? Not the motorcycles. They're little Vespas. It's like a space Vespa.
yeah.
Can't
I
really
don't know. I
carry
consider
much
it more like a. I see it more as a space F1 series vehicle.
Oh yeah, it's really fast and has the little. Yeah, I get that.
Especially how it sounds when it flies.
Yeah,
It's like, huh.
but you can't really no storage to carry bounties on there. So
I think that's where. Well, he wasn't expecting Grogu to stay with him, so I think the bounty was supposed to stay like in where the droid cockpit would be.
really,
I
don't know.
so.
Well, I think some would be able to fit there if they went quietly, maybe. But like, he can't freeze someone in carbonite and stick that slab of everything up there. That wouldn't fit.
Or maybe he just does locals. It's like if it's on the planet, I'll do it, but if they're off, forget about it.
Yeah, that would limit his income a bit, I would think. First look at a New Republic U-wing in the Mandalorian Grogu. Love it. I may or may not have bought the Lego U-wing after I saw this trailer. Gave it to my wife to give me for Christmas. The appetite is strong with this one, always. This just looked incredible. The freaking Can I full screen this? No? Okay, cool. Just I just didn't expect Imperial Walkers to be in this movie, gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Who has Imperial Walkers after the Empire fell? Official Japanese poster for the Mandalorian Grogu. 242 days. That is less than a year, people. Get excited. An advertisement for the Halcyon Star Cruiser can be seen in the background of one shot in the trailer. I definitely did not catch that. I might have to go back and look for that. This is a meme that I am happy to say that I made myself. Mandalorian and Grogu trailer spoilers with no context. He's got the shot of Grogu looking in the eye thing. You got the Walker dying. You got the gladiator scenes, and then you got Grogu looking like Spider-Man at the end, shooting the little training pistol. I forgot about the training pistol, so I was like, is he shooting that out of himself? Like, what is going on there?
I do want to say a couple of the photos back of it with Din Djarin right there. I do want to say I like the detail of seeing the cockpit front, like the windshield in his helmet. I feel like we didn't really see that much in the show.
I did notice that on my own sometimes when we take photos, like the reflection of my wife holding the phone or the camera up is just like in the armor, and you don't notice it like right away, but if you look eventually hard enough, you're like, oh yeah, look at that. That's just pretty obvious that there's just a normal Earth human person right there. But yeah, that's a good catch.
I've just been staring at it when I first saw it. I was like, huh, Now it does.
What was I gonna say? Andor sign spotted at a demonstration in the Philippines. New Star Wars Funko Pop figures for Count Dooku, Hondo Ohnaka, ARC Trooper Jesse, Asajj Ventress, and Kanan Jarrus have been released. That Hondo looks pretty fun.
I like how he's got the quacking monkey.
Wait, is that looks more like Rebels Hondo, honestly.
It's his Clone Wars. It's his Clone Wars one.
Oh, it is? Oh, dang.
Yeah, because in that one he also had the quacking lizard monkey as his pet in it.
Okay. I didn't think he had those big chin things as much in the Clone Wars. Pardon me, but I'm still not over the fact that we finally got to see Ventress and the Day Sisters riding Rancors on Dathomir in Rebuild the Galaxy. It's pretty funny. During a recent interview with Glider, Billy Lourd said that she's ready to return to Star Wars. I mean, more Star Wars, more life. I'm available. We'll see. I'm not sure if there's anything in that era left. Yeah. Anyway, that's our news. Why don't we move on into oh my god, I missed the button. Let's talk about the Lego thing first. Let's talk about Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past. So, if you saw this, if you haven't seen it, I don't know if you care about spoilers or at all, but just in case, there will be spoilers coming up in the show because we're about to start talking about Rebuild the Galaxy, Pieces of the Past. It came out this week. I forget exactly what date it was released. Was it last
Friday? It
was Friday. Okay. So I almost forgot to watch all 4 episodes, finished them today. So they're fresh in my mind. I just have a list of things that I either thought were cool or I thought were hilarious. So why don't we finish with that, and then I'll just give me your thoughts on it first.
I might have to go back and rewatch it all at once this time, but I still feel like the first season was stronger than the second season, in my opinion. I guess because now that the world's been established, where do you go from there? So they just decide to destroy the galaxy now again. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, again, it's called Rebuild the Past, and it's Lego, so you got to, do stuff Lego wise, but I don't know.
Yeah, you got to have the breakdown and rebuild idea every time.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really cool seeing the different versions of Legos that you get, like the regular Legos you would see everywhere, the weird boxy looking Legos like Ahsoka, or even the huge gigantic ones. I mean, I've seen those in stores of Chewie and K2SO, but I don't know. I feel like this one should have just been a movie. More. I mean, there were short episodes. There was only 4 of them.
Yeah, it was only total like 80 minutes.
Yeah, if you just splice it together, you would have had a movie, and it still would have worked.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion, I feel like you're just kind of wasting. I'm not going to say time, but maybe a little bit of time having to. You're a person who's watching it. Click to the next episode. Go through the whole intro sequence of looking at the spinning heads every time. Although I did not skip them this time for any of them because I missed the first one for skipping it, and then I saw Servo at the very end. He's like, "Hey, it's me, it's Servo."
And then, your favorite character.
Yeah, so I watched all the intros of them, and he says something different in the first 3. And then you have now the main villain's name escapes me now for some reason.
Solitist.
Yeah, Solitist. You have him as the last one talking. I was like, no, that's different. Do that for the live actions. Do that for the other animated shows. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Just a little extra flavor.
Just a little extra flavor. And I mean, I think for me, Servo is my favorite character. I think he was my favorite character last season, but he's definitely still my favorite character this season. He's just a nut, and I love it.
I think my favorite character varies from whoever happens to be the funniest in the scene. It was usually Darth Jar Jar, but also I just, it tickles me how they reverse characters' ideas and then make them really funny. So let me go through the list that I wrote down, and I'll show you what I mean. Brickhead's Ahsoka was wild. That was just the weirdest.
It was.
Okay, so first I did want to say the music themes that they used throughout the film were great. They used stuff from like all the eras, like whenever it was applicable. Like when they showed like an emperor type moment with Solidus, they had like like
the Emperor's
theme, Sidious theme, which is very cool. And they had just sometimes like Clone Wars era, like prequel era things, or they had original trilogy themes. They had the Mando music when Landalorian came in. They had they did the music moments really well. It was noticeable and it was really well done. A quote that made me cackle in the beginning. He's good. Light Darth Vader said, "I find your abundance of faith encouraging." The whole bit about the battle ball was really funny. Instead of calling it a Death Star, they called it a battle ball. I liked the Lego Death Star. They made it seem like the Lego Death Star set that came out. They did. They made it like a 2D like cross section of the Death Star to go in, zoom in and out of these different scenes, and it wasn't the same scenes as the Death Star Lego thing that they released, but it was like, it made me think of it. It was very clearly like the same idea. Landalorian was funny, like we knew that was happening, but he made a reference to Landalore, which is insane. That is a wild, like, what is your planet that it's named after you, sir? What is that like? The horseshoe, what's the horseshoe ship, the Confederate ship that's called, with the circle with the thing in the middle? I can't remember what it's freaking Lucre Hulk. It's called Lucre Hulk Star Cruiser. That with Tantive engines on it and Walker heads. Did you notice that on the front of the horseshoe part? Those were two like Imperial Walker heads. So the construction of that was just insane. Darth Maul singing Duel of the Fates with words was amazing. Hilarious. Can you tell me about Jackson the rabbit? I know nothing about him.
He originally started out in Legends as in the comics. He kind of got a lot of flack when he first started, but so he kind of just disappeared for a while. He'd show up every now and then. But then in canon, he appeared first on the cover of a variant for an issue of the ongoing 2015 Star Wars series. And then he finally made his actual in-canon universe appearance last month, I think, in a comic, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Jackson, okay. I don't know. I haven't really paid much attention to Jackson. The only thing I know about him is that he's Kevin Scott's favorite character to write about.
Okay, fair. Because I remember hearing the name Jackson, and like I have the subtitles on because that's how I watch TV now. And I saw that it was spelled Jaxxon, and I was like, I know I've heard of this character before. I know nothing about him. This jogs zero memories, and seeing him hop around like Little Bunny Foo was not jogging anything either. So
it kind of reminds me of Bugs Bunny in space, basically. That's all I'm feeling.
Yeah, space bugs. He made a "this is the way" joke where it was like, I'm pretty sure this was the way, and I was like, and then he was like, a Mandalorian literally told me this is the way, and I was like, there it is. Knew it was coming. You know what my favorite characters might be? The frickin' Porgils.
Yeah.
That was so silly. So many of these combos, these Lego mashups, seem to be thrown together just by like the word association. The similarity between where you have Porgils and you have the BB wing and you
I
have
loved those.
the just it's not like things that would make sense creatively necessarily. It's things where the words are kind of similar, so you just mash the ideas together, and I love that. It's so chaotic. It's chaotic good. The fact that they mentioned a dyad in the Force, bringing it back to Rey and Kylo, love that. Obi-Wan and his quotes where he enters saying hello there, and then later in the duel he says, "Oh, I don't think so," and it's exactly like his same inflection as in the movie. They did that with a lot of characters. They like had them do either their exact quotes or like slightly altered versions of their quotes from the canon movies.
Right.
Darth Revan, seeing his character in media for the first time, in TV media for the first time. Sandcrawler Walker, the Sandcrawler with AT-AT legs, was just hilarious. Like, how is that thing standing up? Like, Solitus's chain sabers, like I knew we were gonna see him, but they just looked real cool. Like
They did,
like
yeah.
huge nunchucks. I just thought that was pretty fun. Andor in a Republic starfighter looked, I don't know. It was weird. I was like, oh, that's like a Clone Wars era Republic starfighter. Who's going to be in that? And the fact that it was Andor was like, that's not what I expected at all. So that's fun, but it was very strange. Pirate Queen Amidala with a sail barge.
I love that sail
Great
barge.
move.
I feel like that might be the only Lego set I'd get for a while if it was made, because I loved just the way it looked.
Yeah, it looks pretty great. It's like the sail barge, just like with her own like dramatic flair to it. Naboo Royal pirate flair.
While we're on the sail barge, I think I liked that scene, how they kind of mimicked the Return of the Jedi Sarlacc pit scene, and then they break it up a little bit, and Leia's like, "Luke, what are you doing?" And he's out there in his swim trunks. She's like, "What? I thought we were going swimming."
Yeah. What are you wearing? Yeah. Yeah. It was. They also imitated. Did you see the Family Guy version of Return of the Jedi? It's called. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Okay, they do that thing where the music has all these like brass hits, and there's like strings doing tremolo, and there's these brass hits. It's like womp, 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 looking at different characters. And in Family Guy, they just like draw that scene out, and everyone is nodding at each other for so long. It's like a minute long. These characters are all nodding at each other, and they put like the Sarlacc in it, and like Jabba is also nodding, and like they make just a huge thing out of it. And I feel like they copied that because they did that same thing here.
I did like, is like, why Luke's like, why is he nodding at me for?
Yeah, why is he nodding? Like, what's going on? Along with that is the Snoke pit. Thought that was pretty funny. We found all these clones of this dude.
I feel like like everyone wants to have their chance to bash the Last Jedi at some point. They're like, this is going to be or Rise of Skywalker as well. They're like, this is our way of doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair. I don't know. Yeah, they're making fun of it just like they made fun of like all the rest of them. I feel like they put, again, they're just playing on word. It's like Snake Pit, just a Snoke pit or Sarlacc pit. We already mentioned this, but the BB wing rotation with the B wing is, there's an added level of funniness to it, because the B wing is known for its ability for the cockpit to like rotate like separately from the rest of the ship, and BB-8 can also do that. Like his head can rotate anywhere around his body, so it was like the perfect combo, and the words matched up. I thought that was pretty fun. And when they're putting that fleet together, I do want to watch that more closely because I didn't get like the full impact of all the different combinations of ships that they put together. So I do want to dig into that and watch it more closely.
Yeah.
Darth Jar Jar now has Darth Maul's spider legs. Love that. He's evolving. Did we already know from the first season that the Dark Falcon had a mini Death Star laser on top of it? Because that surprised me.
I want to say yes, but it's been a while since I've seen the first season.
It's literally been like when it came out, I watched it once and I didn't watch it again. So I'm not sure. I just want to say that scene surprised me. So either I forgot or it's new. There was something satisfying as a parent about how the Rift cleaned up all the Lego bricks from the area. I just want to say there was a little bit of like it's clean now satisfaction. So I'm not saying I relate to Solitus, but I'm just saying like he's not 100% wrong about all of his things. Like it did look tidy. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, all the quotes and the references like I wrote here that they're built for Star Wars nerds because they weren't just like the main quotes. There were like some pretty deep cut quotes that this thing brought back, like had characters say like Padme went like, oh, you're going to like I think she said like you're going down a path I can follow, like as opposed to the opposite of that. And it's like that's a deep cut line. Like that's not a mainstream Star Wars line that everyone knows. Like only the Star Wars nerds are going like, you said the thing. So I appreciated that. They did the Palpatine when he got into the fight. He did his little torpedo spin with his lightsaber. The brothers say Dev and what's his freaking name? Sig. Dev and Sig saying I love you and I know. I actually did not see that coming. He said I love you, and I did not see it coming. That was pretty great. And then the last one I wanted to say was at the final battle, the mechanics that they had for the like combining Lego things and force movements were very cool. Like
they were
better. I didn't watch that thinking I was going to see cool combat scenes, but it was pretty badass. They had some really cool ideas. Last thoughts on this before we move on to the trailer.
Okay. I did like there's a subtle nod to Rise of Skywalker. They literally did it twice in the first episode of really more so Dev, but like when the Rancor's charging at him from behind and Dev flips over backwards, it's like Rey.
Yeah, it's like Rey when Kylo Ren is flying in his ship, right?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
that's the flip. Like they did it, and then they almost did it again with Sig flipping over something. I was like, okay, I see. I mean, once was cool, but twice, man.
Yeah, it was a little gratuitous. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I wish we had a little bit more of like the Sith characters involved, like Darth Rey and all that. Like I feel like they barely had any screen time, and I don't know. I really liked Darth Fisto.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was funny.
Yeah, they were mostly just there for like some one-liners.
They were, and Nubs, Darth Nubs. I wish he had just a little bit more time. I love Nubs. Okay.
I've tried a few times to try to get the little ones to watch that show. I'm gonna keep trying. It seems to hold their attention for a little bit, but not too long.
I'm 31 years old. I've watched both seasons.
That's great. It's not entertaining. I have so many things to watch, like on my list to watch.
Yeah.
That it's one of those shows where it's like pleasant. There's kids shows that I can put on like and not mind the sound of that they're on, and then there's kids shows that I have to just suffer through when they're on. Like Miss Rachel, I love her, but I've seen every episode like 70 times now, and just like she's amazing. I have just grown tired of hearing the same things over and over and over. So it's more of like a suffering through that. But the kids love her. They're learning. It's great. We're going to keep doing it. This is nothing against Miss Rachel. She's a goddess. But that is something, unfortunately, now my brain, until she comes out with a new video, I'm like, I just have to kind of endure. But a show like the lightsaber one is what's it called? Nubs' show. Children. Young Jedi Adventures. Jeez.
Yeah. Man, why couldn't I even think of it? I love the show.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's one of the ones where it's like, oh yeah, listening to like, it's like mini Clone Wars, like without really high stakes, and it's just kind of calm, but there's Star Warsy things like lightsabers and starships and stuff. So it's great. All right, let's talk about the main event, the Mandalorian Grogu teaser trailer. I did not make that a there we go. Fixed it. Yeah, I accidentally made it the wrong kind of banner. Mandalorian Grogu teaser trailer. While I open a beer, what are your thoughts? I mean, go.
Okay. I was actually surprised that it actually came out. Although I feel like the timing of everything was made purposefully. I'm not going to go much more into detail on that, but I do love. I will say it kind of feels. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited, but it kind of just feels like I'm looking at an extended cut of an episode of the Mandalorian show. Like just the way it makes me feel just looking at it is like, okay, the trailer looks like you're watching a season, but at the same time, just the way it looks like it's shot, I'm just like, okay, this is just an extended episode. But I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see Zeb in action. I love Zeb. Sigourney Weaver, love her. Finally, Star Wars. Surprised it took this long to get her into a Star Wars movie.
She belongs there. She's home.
She's home. I don't know. I just feel like this. Maybe when we see more, I know this was a teaser, but I want to know a little bit more about Rada's character. Like, let him speak more than just two lines that you can barely hear him say anything.
I want to see his face.
Yeah, I want to see his face too. I want to see what the little baby, stinky, slimy, yeah, the little baby slug, all grown up. I want to see what he looks like.
If Ahsoka was in this, they could have a cool little reunion. I saved your life when you were a baby.
Seriously. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Don't let anything I say sound negative. I enjoy The Mandalorian. Like, I feel like without The Mandalorian, Disney Plus probably wouldn't be to where it is.
That was definitely the first, like, it was like Disney Plus is launching and The Mandalorian is here. Like that, it definitely seemed to kick off what Disney Plus was. Yeah, I agree. Like I it does kind of feel like it did kind of have the same feel as like just a longer episode instead of a movie, but I feel like that's partially because the episodes of live action Star Wars that we've seen, mostly Andor, but also like some episodes of The Mandalorian, just feel like mini movies. They like I think the only thing that would make it more movie like for me is like stakes raised beyond what a normal Mando episode is like. Like they're usually their own little contained stories, mostly. Like there's overarching like threat to Grogu or Imperial like shadows looming, but there's always like this one contained story arc that they're doing. So if this is like the culmination of the Imperial, like you remember the shadow government meeting where that one person was talking about Thrawn, and Gideon was like large and in charge, and but I forget what the meeting was called. There was a funny fancy name for it, but I imagine it's going to be I hope it's going to show like the high stakes of what evil they could accomplish and how the new Republic is attempting to thwart it. Like, it has to be bigger than just Mando and Grogu. So I hope they show us a little bit of the bigger picture outside of the missions that they're sending Mando on.
I feel like this is going to set up the movie next time that Dave Filoni is writing and directing. That Thrawn is supposed to be the main villain, supposedly. Which now has the fan title of Heir to the Empire, based on the book title.
You mean this book title?
Yes, that title.
I found this in my cupboard the other day. I had borrowed it from a friend, and now I have the newer set, and it's signed by Timothy Zahn, and I need to give this back to her. I forgot. Sorry.
So I feel like the stakes will be high in this movie, but I feel like it's more like questioning where in the timeline this takes. It's like, is this immediately after season 3 he retired? You just put him back to work
sitting
already?
On that Walmart chair.
Yeah. Because Thrawn's already made it back to the current galaxy right there at the end of Ahsoka's season 1.
Yeah, but he would take time to assess the situation. He wouldn't just launch in and like declare war on whatever is going on there. He has no clue, really. And he would take a minute. He's limping in on his one Star Destroyer. Like, he would take a minute to gather intel and assess the New Republic's. He would look at some art, and he would try and see where the New Republic was, like see what Imperial resources were still available for him to gather and unify. And so I don't think he would go back and immediately be like, the galaxy is mine. I don't know what that voice was. It definitely wasn't Thrawn.
It reminds me of the mad scientist in season 1 of Clone Wars, the one that made the Blue Shadow virus.
Blue Shadow virus. That one. Yeah, I remember. That was a great episode. It was like 2 or 3 episodes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 2 episodes. One was getting him, the other one was them suffering with the poison.
Yeah, like they discovered it once, and then the other one was like, the after effects, the aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So let me think. Anything else from that trailer? Razor Crest is back. Zeb. I think we got everything. It really wasn't much. They didn't really show us much. But that's.
What do you think of the logo? The new title logo. Like, what do you think of that?
I think it fits with the retro theme that they're going with for the poster. I think they're really moving to try and reach the OT crowd.
Yeah.
They want, like, when you see when you go to because this is back in theaters. This is Star Wars in theaters for the first time since 2019. So
yeah,
that's
6 years.
So 6 years, and they're going for
7 next year. Yeah.
So they go to you're going to the movie theater to see Star Wars, and on the wall there, for the movie you're about to see, you see this like 70s 80s style movie poster. I think they're going for that very retro movie theater feel, and I love it.
That's for sure. It definitely does look like those cool. 50s 60s sci-fi posters.
Yeah, like Godzilla, King Kong.
Yeah.
Feel.
Or stuff like that. I was like, this is something different. Although I will miss the old kind of Mandalorian font logo a little bit, just because I felt like they were kind of on brand, and then they're switching it because it is a movie, so they want to make it more accessible to.
Yeah. Yeah. In the end, it's just marketing. I mean, it's not like that font's going to be in the movie.
Yeah. I am interested to see the new Grogu merch. I'm sure they're going to be dropping here shortly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Like
I feel like we
gotta
might
be
get
a
an
shooter,
updated.
right? Like that.
Yeah, it might be. We might get an updated version of the dolls that you have for your photo shoot in your Mandalorian. Maybe they'll update that because he does look a little different, not too much, but maybe have his little spray gun thing. Maybe that's a toy now.
Ugh, what a mess. I don't want to clean that up. Silly string or something.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the trailer, Mandalorian and Grogu. I am psyched. I will be going to that movie in full Mando costume with Grogu in the bag. And but for now, let's move on to our final segment, which is Star Wars trivia. Every week, Marty gives us a trivia question based on something that we talked about throughout the episode. So I hope this one is about Mando, because I feel like I know a lot more about Mando than I remember from the Lego movie. So let's find out. Again, if you're watching, you can put the answer in the comments. It's honor system. You don't have to worry about cheating or anything. We just want to share a little trivia moment with you. So you can race against me. You don't have to race against each other.
Yeah, get people involved. That's kind of my favorite part. It's like I just want people to be involved, and also kind of test their knowledge on Star Wars. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this question does not involve Mandalorian and Grogu. Just because I don't know. This kind of caught my attention a little bit more. I was like, oh, this would be a challenging one. No one's going to remember this.
Oh,
maybe.
I remember.
But what is the name Sig gives the modified snowspeeder he and Dev accidentally create? Is it A, the Afterburner snowspeeder, B, the Force Burner snowspeeder, C, the Greebling Bros snowspeeder, or D, the Fire Burner snowspeeder?
Okay, so I know it's either B or D, but now I'm second guessing myself. I thought I knew right away. I thought I knew that it was the Force Burner, but now I'm second guessing myself because I feel like the word fire was in it. Oh, God. Chat, help me out. Am I cooked by the fire burner? I'm going to go with Force Burner. Force Burner.
Still got 5 seconds to.
I'm going Force Burner.
Let's see. Are you sure? Final answer?
No, not at all. Force Burner. I'm going with it, though.
You'd be correct.
Hey! Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's
Fire
the Force Burner. I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of more literally on the nose because it did have fire paint scheme, but no, they call it the Force Burner.
I was about to be like, oh, it would be way too goofy for them to call it the Fire Burner, but then I was like, I don't think anything was too goofy for that movie. So
yeah,
it was very possible. But yeah, let us know if you got it right. And we hope that you have enjoyed our show. Nice new stuff to talk about this week. We hope you enjoy our positive podcast. We know that Star Wars fandom and comment sections can sometimes get dark and toxic, but it doesn't have to be that way. Again, if you have anything for us, oh, I forgot that part. Remember, there are more of us. Again, if you have anything for us, questions, requests, suggestions for segments, anything at all, throw them in the comments and we can see what we can do. Don't forget to follow us everywhere at SW Culture Live, except for on Facebook. You can check us out on Culture Slate or Episode 9 News, Episode IX News, if you're being specific about it. But follow me at Nerdiest Stepdad pretty much everywhere, and then at Marty 21794 on Instagram and TikTok. Give us a shout or a comment whenever you want, and we will see you next Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. So until then, have a great week, and may the Force be with you.